I was debating between hola or hello.
Hella.
Hola.
Hello.
Holo. No, that sounds stupid. Alright,
we're start over.
No, don't say.
Yeah.
We're Three Stuff Guys. We're a podcast about
comedic topical news.
Thank you, Jeff. I thought I was introing.
I thought I would help you out because you seem to need help. Since you were indecisive as to how to intro.
We are a comedic newscast bringing topical and relevant topics.
No, how relevant they are, but
they're current affairs.
Current, they're
God damn it!
Especially since we post these like 4 days after we record.
Okay,
them.
so these are 4-day-old.
We're giving you last week's news. That's what it is. With a comedic twist.
Remember the TV show where the cat brings tomorrow's newspaper today? We're the opposite of that, and like with a big delay. We're bringing you UPS's package from fuck it, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's UPS is slow. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And getting packages to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
So I'm Blake Rudy.
I'm Jeff Campbell.
And I'm Matt Rudy.
We are Three Stuff Guys.
Yeah!
Yeah! You need to plug your computer in, sir, because it looks like it is dying.
It is plugged in.
What is that message then that I see?
That is a restart. I will delay that.
No, just do it right now.
Yeah.
Take care of it, Matt. What you gotta do? Fuck, man. Unprepared.
It just popped up.
Unprofessional. And speaking of unprofessional, who got lost today?
Yeah, Matt, why don't you tell everybody
I don't wanna. It's embarrassing.
your lack of navigation.
I don't have a lack of navigation, except for today.
Are you saying Google has a lack of navigation?
I am.
I'm pretty sure they built their business on navigation.
Well,
and, searching for stuff.
Pretty sure Google is navigation. It's
yeah.
like Lewis and Clark would not have.
Yeah, no, I mean, they use Google.
They use Google Maps.
Everyone used Google.
Yeah.
The only people that ever got lost ever could not access Google at the time.
They were using Bing Maps.
Yes, and that's just
Pure garbage.
that'll send you to the edge of the world. You fall right off.
Yeah, that's probably what they were using it in Pirates.
Probably.
That makes sense. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I don't know, Matt.
Yeah.
You make with the funny.
Present the funny to us.
It's not that funny.
I know. Well, no, okay. It's not funny.
I promise you, if you tell the story, Jeff and I will laugh at you.
And everyone listening will laugh at you.
Not
That's
with,
where the
not
funny
with me.
comes in.
Not
I'm
with me.
cold,
No one
guys.
ever laughs with you, man.
I'm cold.
God, you fucker.
Such a pussy, dude.
Hey, you are what you eat, right? Am I right? Get that high five.
No.
Oh fuck! That was good. Yeah, that was good. You got lost today, Matt? You got lost.
He tries to change the subject from that bad joke.
That was not a bad joke. That
It
was
wasn't a
amazing.
bad joke. I just
No, remember? Because Jeff said. What did you say? You said you're such a pussy.
Yeah.
And then remember, I said right after that, I said you are what
I
you
remember.
you are what you eat.
which was a good joke.
It was a good
It was
joke,
alright.
man.
Good joke.
It was alright.
As far as
that's
comedy
why you
goes-
would be a dick.
Matt, listen. I went to school and I got a bachelor's.
Shut the
I just got it. That was a good one.
That's right.
So it's actually honorable to be a pussy.
Oh yeah, that's what you want to be. Okay, so Matt.
Matt.
What?
I was gonna say something else. I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, we'll try and think of it while Matt talked about getting lost. And not in the good J.J. Abrams way.
I didn't get lost.
Mm-mm.
You didn't get lost?
I got turned around. There's a difference.
No.
No.
Because if I were lost, I wouldn't have found my way back home. I would have been like off somewhere
Well, okay.
in the
No,
wilderness.
because getting turned around literally means that you
No,
just
that's what
you did a
happened.
180.
Yeah, you come right back around to where you
That's
started.
what happened.
No, you
I-
got lost, and then you gave up, and then you traversed back home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's tell people what you were doing.
Alright, so...
And don't mention what it was for.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, like, can I say what it was for,
Yeah,
but
you
not
can
like
say
where?
what it is,
Just
but
not what
where.
company.
Okay. Alright, so I had to, for my job that I just got hired at, I had to go get a fingerprint scan. And
Because you have high-level government security.
yes, high level. Level 5.
Well, fuck! Don't tell our listeners that he's one of the Men in Black. Oh shit!
Get out your little...
Memory eraser.
What are those things called? Neuralizer.
Neuralizer, yeah.
Sure.
Beat you to it, Jeff. You're the movie guy over here, and you didn't even fucking know.
I hate Men in Black. So.
Fuck you! Are you
Oh,
serious?
wow.
Are you fucking serious right
Yeah.
now? Why?
Even the first one?
No, the first one's okay. The others
I'll always
also.
give you that.
Did you see 3?
No.
Watch 3. It's good.
Nah, it's not.
Yes, it is. I
I
promise you.
guarantee it's not.
One reason it's good. No Johnny Knoxville. It's
Well,
good.
yeah, that's a... You know, that was bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, so...
That really pisses me off.
Alright, so I went to go get that
I hate
fingerprint
Barry
scan.
Sonnenfeld for the most
I don't know
part.
who the
What
fuck
the
you're talking
fuck?
about. Let Matt tell his story.
No, I'm trying to find ways to interrupt him every time he starts.
Hey. So I went
Do
to
you
go
remember
get
one time
that.
Matt was fucking Raphael?
What the fuck up?
You mean earlier today? Yes, I did.
So you're not going to hear the story now?
We've already heard the story.
Well, alright, whatever, I don't care.
Okay, so we'll tell him. So Matt...
Oh, man.
The gist of the story is that Matt had to get a fingerprint done for his new job. He apparently looked up the address.
I googled it. I got Google Maps for this motherfucker.
Right, and did you print it out? So you
Yeah,
could
I
look
got
through
the directions.
And I
and
don't
everything.
No, you
Yeah.
memorized.
Yeah, it's just
That's what
Maps.
I do. I don't.
Do you
I don't print
really?
it out, I just memorize exactly where it is.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm able to do
But
that.
I'm good at that. So
Oh.
some people
Like,
don't
what
have
I,
the
like,
mental capacity to.
Okay.
what I don't get, because like, it told me to turn off like on a certain exit, but like I never saw the exit, so I was just like, okay, well maybe it's just maybe I just keep going straight and I'll eventually find it. And
No, if it
It's
tells
pretty much what Lewis and Clark do. They just
Yeah.
kept going
man, if
straight
it tells
all
you to turn, even if there's not an exit there, you
the
turn.
time. You just turn. As soon as you reach the point where it says to turn, you just immediately turn.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, like, I kept going straight, and I ended up just finding the road I was supposed to get off at, like the same like fucking road. So I'm like, okay, so I got off the the highway or whatever, the tollway, and it was like, once you hit this road, you make a left, and then you'll make another left onto like your destination, and you'll be there. So I'm like, okay, so get to the road, I make a left, and it's just a fucking T. So if I make another left, it puts me back on the fucking tollway. I'm like, alright, okay, well maybe I came around like a different way. So I went back onto the road and made like a right. And I figured, okay, well now my destination is going to be on my right instead of my left, because still didn't find it. I'm like, okay, so obviously I got turned around. So I probably looked around there for like a good like 20 minutes trying to find this fucking place. And I was like, oh fuck it, like I need to go back home because I didn't have like that much gas left over, and there was not a gas station in sight. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So I just turned around and went back home. I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. I'll reschedule it.
Already off to a bad start.
I know.
This company is getting a hard worker.
Hey, I live for 20 minutes.
Fuck it. it was too hard.
Too hard to do. Fuck.
Fuck it. I didn't have enough gas.
Ah.
So what's going to happen now? Your mom is going to drive you down there. So that you can make sure you know where it is and get there.
I know where it is.
No, you don't.
No,
That's obvious.
Is
You
mom
not.
gonna
You
do the
think you know,
No,
or you
I
have
know.
an idea.
I know where
Is
it
mom gonna
I
do
know
the
it-
finger scan for you?
No, I know where it is because, like, while I was down there, I'm like, well, because it's like near Beltline, so I'm like, well, where the fuck is Beltline? Because I'm like, I don't see any like any Beltline anywhere. I don't know how to phrase that sentence. Is a belt line like a belt mark it makes on your stomach or something? Gives you that belt line.
Oh my
Fuck is it?
what the hell he's doing now?
He's lost it.
He has. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so that was my adventure today, and then I was so mad and I was hungry I went to Wendy's.
What did you do? I go when I'm angry. Oh, what a hate burger.
Then I was even more angry because those fucking fries were cold again.
What? I don't understand
Dude,
how that still makes you angry, Matt. Like, it's just that's the way Wendy's makes their fries.
No, I know they're better than that.
No.
It's just this fucking Wendy's over here. And, like, you would think that, you know, us living so close with, like, you know, mom, like, working for a corporate, they'd be, like, on their fucking toes. When we go in there, like, every week. That one day I'm just going to call that store and, like, fucking go off.
Here's my question. When you get the fries, why don't you feel if they're cold, and why don't you say, make me new fries?
I don't got time for that.
Because nothing but
because
time
by the time I like feel the fries and then I take my hand out of the bag and then I drive home, they're gonna be cold. So I'm like, I just need to drive home like real fast.
That's why I eat there. I don't like taking things to go.
Then they hand me the damn bag. It's not even like fucking folded over. All the heat's escaping. All the fucking cold winter air is like hitting those fries. I'm like, good lord, man. These people not know how to do their fucking job.
Put your drink in the bag. It's all fucking ice cold. There you go, sir.
Like, I can honestly, like, see why people go in there and they're, like, such dicks and they're just like, well, like, how hard is your fucking job?
Yeah.
Like, I can see, like, why people do that. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but, like, I see where they're coming from. Because if you go in there, like, every fucking week, like, once or twice a week, and the damn fries are still fucking cold, it's like, finally you have to just say something.
I'll be honest.
And, like, fucking lose your mind.
Because I worked at Starbucks, and, like, making a drink is more difficult than listening to a timer go off for some fries.
Yeah.
So making a drink is more difficult. However, that job was not hard at all. It wasn't.
Yeah.
But, like, the customers made it hard, so then, like, you get nervous and you get flustered, and then you fuck up even more because the customers just keep yelling at you. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a weird situation.
Like, that's like, well,
but yeah, for fast food, I don't get it.
That's like a weird thing because, like, people, like, want to, like, make their own fucking menu and their own coffee.
Oh, they do.
Be like, bitch, like, there's a menu on the fucking wall. What do you want? Like, that's how it's made.
Well, that's not that bad because, like, you get your empty cup and then you prep it with, like, 2 pumps classic, non-fat milk, soy, something, whatever. That's fine. You do all that shit. It's when they start tampering with when they tamper with the temperatures, that's when it gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, well, not so hot. Like, what do you guys normally have it at? And you're like, it usually gets to like 130 before it like clocks out, whatever, and it's done. Like, that's how the milk gets like steamed to that temperature. Cool. Can you reduce it to like 100 or something? And you're like, sure. And you reduce the temperature, and then the stuff in the bottom doesn't get mixed well enough. Like, when you make hot chocolate.
That's why I'd be like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
You
have to, otherwise they fucking bitch about it. But then when you hand it to them, they go, oh, it's all clumpy at the bottom. I'm like, well, yeah, the milk wasn't hot enough to melt all that shit and, like, put it together.
See, what I would say is, like, I'm sorry, like, the machines are locked in at a certain temperature. And then,
I would just say the machines are broken, and we can't.
And we can't make chocolate elixirs, I'm sorry.
That's right.
I mean, like, I can, like, imagine somebody going in there, like, during the holidays when they have, like, one of their specials, like, oh, can I get the pumpkin spice latte? Hold the pumpkin.
So you
want a spice latte?
Yeah, you just want a spicy latte. Like, shit like that would annoy me. Like,
well, what really annoyed me was, like, during the holidays, like, when they come through the drive-thru, I'd be like, hey, welcome to Starbucks. Like, can I interest you in a new pumpkin spice latte today? And they go, no thanks. Can I get a grande pumpkin spice latte? Like, they would literally fucking do that. And I'd be like, and, like, I remember one day I just got, like, pissed off, so I called the guy out on it, which I shouldn't have because all of our headsets were tied together, so, like, the manager heard me say it. And I was like, oops. And then he came over and he was like, what's up with that? And I was like, I don't know. I was like getting annoyed because these customers aren't listening. I feel like that's rude and disrespectful.
Did you really say that?
So yeah, I was like, I told him, I was like, I feel like it's disrespectful. Like, I told the guy, like, I asked him if he wanted that. He said no, and then he ordered it. So, like, then he confused me because I'm like, so you do want the pumpkin spice latte, the one that I just told you. I was like, that's one that you want, right? Because, like, sometimes people call it a weird thing, and then, like, You know what I mean? Like they'll be like,
Yeah.
like we have the pumpkin spice frappuccino, and so like I'd be like, would you like a pumpkin spice latte today? They go, oh no thanks, can I get a pumpkin spice latte? When they meant to say frappuccino, but because they heard me say latte, it confused them, whatever. So I always double check, and then he's like, no, yeah, like the hot one. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, that's what I asked you originally. And I was like, I'm just clarifying, but I kind of had like a little attitude with it. The customer got like a little like he didn't say anything. He was just like, oh, all right. And, like he had a little attitude with me afterwards, and I was like, sorry, bro, like. Because then if I made you a latte and you actually meant to say frappuccino, you'd fucking blame it on me because I confused you.
Even though, like, he couldn't take the time to read the fucking menu. You should have been like, oh, how hard is it for you to read the fucking menu?
Yeah.
Dumb bastard.
I had coffee thrown at me twice.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Like, thrown or, like, just, like...
Tossed through the drive-thru window at me. One was hot, one was a frappuccino. The frappuccino was pretty badass because I knocked it back into her car.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. Because she went to go through it, and like I saw her doing it, and like my reflexes pushed the frappuccino into her car, like as it was barely. Because she's like, "Oh my god, fucking!" She's like, "Are you serious?" And she starts flipping out. She's like, "I told you like twice that I wanted this many pumps of whatever." And I started flipping out, and I was like, "Okay, ma'am." I was like, "I'm sorry. Like we'll remake it for you. Like it's no big deal." And I was like, do you still want to keep that one? She had a bunch of kids in her car, and I was like, do you still want to keep that one? And I'm like, you can, give it to one of your kids. What the hell am I going to do with this? This is what I wanted. And then that's when she went to go throw it, and like I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I like minority reported that shit, and I was like, no, thank you. I knocked it basically like on her, like where the window was. I got hit like on the car, so it splattered like on the outside of her car, but then like it went into her car and like on her.
Oh, so it was like right on the like edge of like the window and like like the window and like her like
it's
little
right on. It's like basically it's right there on the windowsill of her like.
Like did it like was it like right next to like the review mirrors like the
side mirrors?
Yeah, like the side mirrors.
It's there. Like her window's rolled down. It's where her little window is hiding. Like. That part of her door, like it just fucking hit and splattered. And so went everywhere, and I just kind of froze, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And like before she even had time to like start like yelling, I pressed the little button to close the window, and I walked away, and I was like, "Fuck!" Because I knew she was gonna come in. And of course, she was getting out of her car in the drive-thru to like walk into the store. She left her car parked in the drive-thru.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you do?
I don't know. I went to the back. I went to the manager. I went straight to the back. I told the manager because like he could hear it on the headset, like her yelling and stuff. So I was like, lady's yelling, and I was like, she threw the frappuccino at me, and like it got on me too because like the way she was throwing it and like the momentum of it. Like,
did it get all over her though?
It got like in her like lap. It got mostly over her car, and then like a lot of it got on me too. Like it got all over my arm and stuff, and so I went back and like of course he saw like it like got on me, and I was like, she threw a frappuccino at me, and I was like, and I like reflex. I blocked it, and like it got all over her and her car. I was like, so I'm pretty sure she's storming in here like right now to start yelling. And he's just like, all right, stay back here, I'll handle it. So and he's just like, oh yeah, she was pissed and saying she's gonna like sue and shit like that. And I was like, sure, whatever. Like she doesn't have a case. Like she threw a drink at me, like
a hot drink.
Well, it was cold. It was a frappuccino.
Oh, okay.
But still, I could have been like,
that's assault.
Yeah, I was like, I could have said like, well, I handed her 2 drinks, one hot and one cold, because I did, and I was like, I don't remember which one she was throwing at me, and my reflexes, I didn't want a hot fucking scalding drink all over me, so I tried to like knock it out of her hands before she had a chance to.
So was it
either way, she assaulted me first, so like
so the frappuccino was in like one of those like plastic cups.
Yeah.
You just like hit it back.
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome.
Because she was grabbing it and like, well, she already because when you lift the drink, obviously like the opening is facing her. So she made a stupid move like that, because then I just went boop, like knocked it back, and
just like shot through that little tunnel.
It was like fucking went everywhere, and I was like, oh shit.
Here we go. See, I think there needs to be like a new like uprising of like people that just kind of like hang out like outside like on drive-thrus, and like when they get like when there's like an angry person in the drive-thru lane, these people will like have a handgun ready and a bat. And you just tell them to get the fuck out of the car, and like if they don't like stop, you just like start hitting the car with the baseball bat.
Yeah, I'm sure that worked.
Like knocking out the window.
Matt, have we not learned anything from Newtown, Connecticut?
I'm not saying you have to kill him. You just beat the shit out of him, and you go, "Don't act like that ever again. Act like a fucking adult."
Okay, I agree.
Act like a fucking adult.
I agree that
like a child.
Best way to get through to someone
is beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, is to beat the shit out of them.
But we can't do that.
Oh, but I wish we could.
No, but we can't.
How better this country would be if you
what we should do and this is something that our podcast should do, since we reach millions of people.
Yeah.
Is we should call people out on the shit that they do and explain the right way to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
We really should.
Like, what do you mean, call people out? Like, how would we do this?
On anything, dude. I'm not talking about like specific call-outs. I'm talking about we just start talking about all the problems that people cause by doing.
Oh, you're just talking about like in general.
Okay. And basically just tell the world how they need to live.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know the correct way.
Yeah.
Because I get annoyed as fuck by everyone.
Oh, so do I.
And
they're like so many, like, it's not even like the big things, it's all the small little things that just
stuff.
Fucking add up until like the end of the day you just want to pull a Newtown, Connecticut.
That's the new phrasing.
But seriously, like it drives you fucking
that
crazy.
That bitch at Mooyah that like flipped, like I almost flipped out on her, dude. And it was such a small little thing. But I was
but it's like one of those things that like it just triggers. Like that's like the moment it like just went. It just tipped over the edge, and like now you just lost your fucking mind.
So let the listeners know what I'm talking about here. We went to Mooyah, and Mooyah is a burger place for those of you who don't have a Mooyah
burgers
in your state. Yeah,
and I will say there's delicious burgers, delicious food. Never had a problem with them.
What did you do? Huh? Did you fart? Huh? Did you fart? What happened? Fuck you! God damn it! It smelled like buttery steak and an asshole. Anyway, so we went to Mooyah, delicious burger place, and like obviously it's like the 100th time we've gone there. Like it's like a regular place we go to, but this day they had a new chick working. And I go up to the counter and I say, "Yeah, can I get a Mooyah combo?" And they used to, but they don't anymore. They like that. That's the new Mooyah on Preston. That's the one that has the new menu.
Yeah.
But the one over here, it doesn't have the new menu, so it does not have a Mooyah bundle or combo on their menu. You order it like a la carte, whatever. But
yeah.
But when I ask for a Mooyah, if I go in there and I say Mooyah combo, and the person says, "Oh, like you don't get like a combo discount." Kind of thing, like we don't do like a discount, whatever. Like that's whatever. I'm like, oh, that's fine, but like you know what I mean, kind of thing. She just flat out said we don't do combos. I was like, well, no, you fucking do because I could order a burger, fries, and a drink, and that's a combination of items.
Right.
So like, I don't know what it was with like that little statement that just like fucking.
I think she meant to say like it's not like a discounted thing, but like it came like the way she said it, and like she had like an attitude about it. But like the thing is, like they do have a fucking combo. It's like it's just her store and her managers are like so fucking behind.
Yeah,
and they don't get told anything, or they just don't tell anybody else.
But even the manager, because like that guy knows. That,
yeah,
like when I go in there and get a Mooyah combo,
like ever gone in there, and we're like the Mooyah combo. He's like, all right. He's like fries and drink and like the hamburger and like he just does it.
Well, because it's fucking common sense. It's a fast food place. It's like you order something like that, like you say combo, you know what you're getting. You're getting your
fries and drink,
your thing, and then the fries and drink.
Right.
It's fucking obvious, and I was just like, it just blew my mind that like she would. I don't know. It just pissed me off. Little things like that.
Yeah, I know.
So that's when I would take her from behind the counter, grab her from behind, and then pull her around, sit her down, and fucking explain how she should live her life.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, I would definitely do that, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm saying, but we can use
fucking
this forum.
Take her into my car and hate fuck
start
her.
a blog to go along with it. We will, and yeah, that's basically, I mean, it's basically about hate fucking everybody that does anything wrong.
But only the girls.
Well, for me and you, Matt.
Oh, the wall, no. Because
that's what the experience is.
No. I'm tired of this.
Maybe he wants to branch out and try women for a change.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm trying to help you out here.
We will let you do that, Matt. That's fine. You will get all of the over 70.
Well, because I think Matt needs a balance. So he's had under 10. Yeah. He needs over 70.
You gotta like balance it out to make it. Basically, you have to make karma's gotta come into play here.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta get your karma back up.
A yin and yang.
Yeah.
Yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
yin and yang. But yeah.
I know. There's just so many little things that people do that just annoy the fuck out of me because it's the wrong way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you ever get mad at your wife, like when she's driving? Does she make like little driving mistakes? And not mad, but do you ever like correct her?
Here's the thing about that. I don't let my wife drive. Not with me in the car. I drive.
Well, that alone tells me that she's a bad driver.
Well, it's not that she's a bad driver. I don't let anybody drive me unless I absolutely have to. I just prefer to drive.
I don't
Mostly
like
it's because I know how to do everything the right way.
Yeah.
I think that's what it comes down to.
And they don't. So she's actually a pretty good driver. I've ridden with her before, and she's a safer driver than I am, but I would not say she's a better driver than I am.
See, yeah, I was like, because Takira's like opposite. No, she's just not like I don't know. She's not like a safe driver, and she's not a better driver either. I don't know. And then she gets mad because like I correct her like when she does like something. Because okay, this is like the number one. Sorry, I'm calling you out here, but
hey, that's what this is for.
You do what you gotta do, right? Like, I love you, kisses. But you like when you're making a left turn at like a median, and you're supposed to. Okay, so here's the median, and when you're turning left, you're supposed to get it the farthest to the right that you can, in case someone coming from the other end. They'll go around you and wait in that little middle area. Right. That way, you're looking and you can see all the traffic that's coming, and they can see all the traffic that's coming on their end. Right. If you do it the other way around, you have a car blocking your view. Right. So she does that. Like when she makes when she makes a left turn like at a median, she makes it as if she's doing a U-turn. Like she hugs the median on the left side, and so people like. Get fucking disoriented. She gets disoriented and and like whatever. And I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, pull like to the right. And I'll just say like, you're supposed to pull to the right, whatever. Like I tell her how to do it, and then she's all like upset. Like, can't tell me how to drive. Like, I know how to drive. I'm like, whatever. Like, obviously you don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like obviously you don't, and that's what I would say to most of the people that I have problems with. You think you know what you're doing. You think you know the right way, but let me tell you that you are wrong. Yeah. And that this is the correct way to do it.
And honestly, they should be thanking us.
They should.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
We're trying to make their lives easier.
Right.
And more hassle-free.
Oh, and you won't believe what Takara did yesterday.
What?
She's going to be so mad at me for saying this. So we go to Asian Mint to eat food. Asian food.
Okay.
She fucking spills her fucking drink at the table like a child.
Ugh.
And then she looks. She just stares me in the eyes the whole time while these like little Asian workers are coming and cleaning it up. Which I mean, in her defense, there's nothing that she could have done. She did use her napkin to like clean up the mess.
Right.
But we didn't have any other napkins. They just kept coming over and they were doing the cleaning up. And she was like, "I'm sorry, and like, they're just like, oh, it's okay, whatever." But then she's just like staring at me, and her eyes like start like to like kind of water a little bit. And I was like, don't you dare fucking cry like you're the little kid from fucking Big Daddy who's just spilled this big old jug of milk. Don't you dare, don't you fucking cry. I was like, oh my god. But this is why she spilled her soda. She said, she like mouthed the words like I love you across the table, and like I just looked at her and I didn't say it. So she kind of gave me this look like, aren't you gonna say it back kind of thing? And I was just like staring at her, and then she went to go grab my hand, and the quickness and like she's just very like fucking throw your hands everywhere kind of person. And then after all that mess, we finally get our food and everything. She's eating with her chopsticks, and she's right-handed, and her drink's on the right side. Small little table, so her chopsticks keep getting like dangerously close to that drink, and she's kind of like wild and like she can't use chopsticks correctly. She's just doing it for fun, whatever. And I mean she can use them fine, but whatever. We're Americans, so we don't use chopsticks regularly. I was just like, God damn it! So like that's one of the things I was just like, okay, first of all, stop using the chopsticks. Move your drink to the left. Quit trying to grab my hand at dinner. Don't talk to me. Just eat your food. Like, God damn it! Like, it solves all the problems. Nobody spills drinks when you just shut your mouth and don't talk to each other.
Exactly.
That's why you see so many married couples not talking to each other.
Right. When my wife and I go out to eat, we never sit. That's the way Americans fucking do it.
Hell yeah! They went to Italy.
Everybody was talking to each other, spilling their goddamn drinks everywhere.
It was fucking crazy. It was like a carnival out there. It was like Cirque du Soleil. People were just, it was ridiculous. And then
reckless.
It was. And then you see the American family over there, and you go, I see you. Like, you look at them, and you have that little, like, recognition, and you just kind of give a little nod to them. You're like, I know. Like, you and I are American.
Yeah, but
because our drinks are still here.
Right.
I'm not sure if it was the drinks or the fact that they wore sunglasses that fucking hugged their goddamn faces.
Who, the Italians?
No, the Americans.
The Italians did it too. The Italians were bad on fashion.
No.
Yeah, they were.
No,
yes,
they did
were.
not have those sunglasses.
But they were.
You know what I'm talking about.
They were bad on fashion.
Not
It
really.
was 80 degrees, and they all had boots, jackets, scarves.
Well,
I was like,
that's
fuck
what
all
they
of
think.
you.
That's what
like,
they think is cold, I guess.
Yeah, because they're stupid. Italians, listen up. Like, that's not cold.
Or they do it because like that's how like the fashion out there like works. Like,
well, I know how it
we
works.
have like our summer fashion, and then like the minute their fall fucking catalog hits, they like switch over immediately.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're so fashion oriented that like even when it's not
I
cold
know, it's
outside,
weird. Yeah, it's weird.
they're all dressed like that, and I'm like, God damn, dude! Like, you must be like sweating.
Yeah, see, so this is where we would talk to our Italian brothers and sisters, and we would tell them the correct way to dress for 80-degree weather.
Yeah,
Let me
We
just
would say, do not be a slave to fashion.
Yeah.
Wear what's comfortable.
But let's just take this time out right now and just say the sunglasses that hug your goddamn face like you think you're fucking Chronicles of Riddick or something. They ain't cool. They're never cool. Like, stop wearing them. Like,
you just said Chronicles of Riddick, and I immediately the first word that came to my mind was awesome. It's cool.
but only he can pull that shit off.
Yeah.
But like, no, because these glasses aren't even like that. They're like, they're trying to be like all like aerodynamic, even though they got like this fat fucking skull of a cranium.
Skull of a cranium.
Yeah, skull of a skull. But I don't know. It's just like their heads like all fucking warped. Oh, it's like because they're all like
the elephant
they're all
man
like
or something?
yeah, they're all like because they're all like skinheads. So you see like that like little you see that like neck like head fat like on the back of their fucking neck. Like every time they look up, there's just like that little neck fat. You're like,
Well,
it's disgusting.
That's when you would take the time to tell them that they're not allowed to look up anymore.
That's right.
So
I feel like just cutting it off, like I would like fat from mistake. I feel like just going over there and just like fucking carving it.
Well, you can do
We
that
can make
too.
soap out of it.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is there are no boundaries and no limits to what we should do.
Yes. I mean, we're trying to do society a favor.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of flavor, we did go out to eat today.
We did.
We did, yes.
We went to Texas Roadhouse, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Not bad.
I had the 11-ounce sirloin and a baked potato with cheese and butter and a Caesar salad and a Coke.
And a bunch of rolls.
And I didn't spill my Coke.
What?
Good job.
We didn't spill any of our drinks.
Yeah, no.
Did not.
I
No.
mean, I know. It
You know-
seems, weird that people would go out to eat and not spill a drink. But
We somehow managed it.
somehow.
And we were
managed to do it.
talking.
We were talking and we were having a good time. And
But we were having something. I don't know what it was. We had a discussion
it's an
about
animated discussion about
Tarantino
niggers.
and niggers. And are we allowed to say that word?
If Tarantino can fucking do it, we can do it.
Does he actually say it in his movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he says it in
That's
Pulp
all he
Fiction.
fucking
That's
said.
true.
Dead nigger storage.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
okay. Yeah.
that's people got on like Spike Lee. That was the thing that he got onto him about.
Yeah.
Was about that, and then about Jackie Brown.
What about with Django Unchained?
Yes.
Has anybody come out and been like,
Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah. They're trying to make a big deal.
they're trying to
out of
make a big deal, but it's really not a big deal. It's more of a big deal when he does it and it's a modern movie. But
Yeah.
it's a period piece, and that's actually how they talk. I mean, I'm not. I don't fault him for that.
It's like the Honeymooners, the remake, when they took out the whole like to the moon, Alice, and it's just like,
Like really, like
why?
yeah.
Like women beating is no longer fashionable. Like it's something that.
But do you think like a movie, like taking a scene out of a movie is going to stop that?
Yeah,
I'm like, people are going to hit
No.
their wives if they
No,
want
of
to.
course not.
exactly. People are going to hit their
Yeah,
They're
wives
gonna
yeah,
hit their
that's
wives
what
because
they
they need to.
Yeah.
because they need to.
Because sometimes, whew,
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. let's say like your wife rents the new Honeymooners, starring Cedric the Entertainer. That's his last name, the Entertainer. The Entertainer.
Yes.
His last name. Say your wife rents that movie, you watch it, you realize that line's not in the movie. What are you gonna do? You're most likely gonna beat your wife.
Probably.
So they're doing themselves
a
disservice to.
Because if they just had
they're actually
if they just had the line in the movie,
it
would just
telling and encouraging people to commit domestic abuse.
Yeah.
if they just had the line in there, it would just wash over. You just be like, like just like laugh and get. But the fact that
you turned to your wife, she'd shiver a little bit, but she would.
You just like laughing, you're like, oh, okay, and then but the fact that they took it out, now you notice. Now it's even a bigger deal. Like you're like, wait a minute, like. Not once did they say
that? It's that feeling of
to the
absence.
moon, Alice.
Yeah, like you feel like, oh shit, like
you feel like you've just been gypped, even though you're supposed to be entertained by Cedric the Entertainer.
The Entertainer.
Yeah, the Entertainer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's his job, and you were not entertained. I feel like somebody needs to get hit.
Mm-hmm. And the closest person is your wife.
Yep.
Plus, she rented the movie.
Yeah, it's all her fault.
It is.
So, bitch gotta take her medicine.
So what did you have?
I had a 10-ounce ribeye, medium.
Oh.
Yeah, with a baked potato, with butter and cheese, and a Caesar salad, and a Coke, and a bunch of rolls with cinnamon butter.
That cinnamon butter was so good.
It was really good, yeah.
Oh, blew my load. Yar. Yar. Blew that.
Alright, Matt, what'd you have?
I had the 8-ounce sirloin with a baked potato with just butter and a Caesar salad and a Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
It was delicious.
Yeah, so the food was good.
Bad. It wasn't bad.
The service was good.
Good.
It was really good.
Price is very reasonable.
Yeah, price was reasonable. I
Very
mean,
reasonable.
you know,
Very reasonable.
I mean, like, yeah, I could cook a better steak,
Sure.
but it cost me more money.
Matt, I can cook a better steak than any steak place.
I think we could. Yeah, I think we could.
Because I feel like they no longer, because it's a high volume thing.
Well, it's funny because
I was actually still in the process of speaking.
I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, because I want to do things
You're
right
welcome.
the right way.
Now he knows.
Now he knows not to talk while I'm talking.
Right. If it happens again, you're just going to stand up and beat him.
Yeah.
Just like you would your wife if you were to
beat off on him, because there's got to be some... Do we not agree
that
on
might
that?
have gone
No, because we agreed that we would only be correcting women, right? Because we'd be hate fucking them.
No. We would be correcting everyone. We would hate fuck the women.
What would we do to the men that would humiliate them?
We'd take out our dicks and beat them in the faces.
That's gayer than me just blowing my load on
No,
them.
it's not gay. That's humiliating.
I feel like if I blow my spirit load on someone's face, I feel like that's pretty humiliating.
No, I don't think so.
Because they might like it.
Because they might be into that.
Oh shit, you're right.
Whereas
you're
if you're just beating them with your dick.
But you say no one's into being beaten by someone's
Well, I
dick?
think it's a smaller section of the populace.
Okay.
I think more guys are into getting loads blown on them. Well, let me find out, Matt.
No, I don't.
That's like, no, they're not.
I'm not one of those people.
I'm just saying, Matt's got his finger on the pulse of gay fetish.
No.
I mean, the only other person we could ask would be Raphael. So.
I think that's the only person you should ask. Don't ask me anymore.
But I feel like once we confront Raphael and we see a fully blown load on his face, we'll know our answer.
Yeah, well, no, we'll just blow our loads on his face.
And see what happens.
And if he starts weeping and crying because he's so overjoyed, then we will know.
So basically, if they're really happy about it, then we know that they enjoy loads of blowing in the face. But if they start crying, then we know that they're crying because of
really
joy.
Yes.
It's a win-win.
I'm saying.
So
yeah.
So you proved my point.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. You proved against it. Oh
right.
shit, yeah. So I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Because
like, there's no way that we couldn't blow our loads on guys' faces and not have them enjoy it.
You're right.
really no
You're right.
way that's going to happen.
Except for me and you.
Except for me and you, because we're the only people that don't enjoy that at all in any way.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, what were we talking about before? Oh, because Matt interrupted me.
That's right.
Okay.
Continue.
So... now I have to beat him with my cock. I don't remember what I was saying. You can go ahead.
I don't even know what we were talking about now.
The fuck?
Hold on.
Rewind it. Let's listen to it.
It'll come back to me. Talking about... Okay, we just talked about the fucking steak.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about how we could cook a better steak.
Oh, yes. There we go. And then I said... Oh, and because I was in the process of saying that because it's a high volume thing and they're making multiple steaks, whatever, they don't have the time. They don't take the time to really, like, put their love and... carrying their juices and stuff into that steak.
Well, I think they're just cooking it the wrong way, too.
Well, yeah.
It's possible that because they're not taking the time. They have just like a system that they throw it into like a conveyor belt thing that cooks it. And I don't know. I've seen those tortilla things at the tortilla factories, and I imagine that's how my steak is cooked. Or in a dirty microwave.
Dirty microwave.
Oh, yeah.
More likely.
Just Paco's back there, popping in a steak for 10 minutes in the microwave.
A raw steak.
Done! But I know,
yes.
When my friends on Facebook was like, oh, I went to, is it called Rob's Chop House or Bob's Chop House? Bob's Chop House, and like, oh, like, the like best steak ever, like, what, they're just saying like that's the best steak they've ever had.
Had a well done top
I'm like, okay, I'm not saying that they don't have good steaks, but I'm like, I know they don't have the best steak, because like I think Mom and Dad have been there before, and they're like, yeah, it's like good, but I think so far the best place we've been to is at Silver Fox. I think that's probably
maybe for you guys. I still feel like the Capitol Grill has better.
Really? I haven't been to Capitol Grill.
When we went for our anniversary, we went to Jasper's.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
But I know what it is.
It's really good. And their steak, that was the best steak I've ever had.
That's one on Beltline, right?
No, it's on Legacy. It's at the shops at Legacy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, I know what that is. What's the one on Beltline next to the Barnes & Noble? Across the... Chamberlain's.
Oh, Chamberlain's, yeah.
Are they good?
I haven't been there yet. But I keep hearing they're really, really good.
Yeah, I need to try them.
Yeah. Yeah, we were actually, that was the two we were trying to decide. It was between Chamberlain's and Jasper's, and we decided to go with Jasper's. And it was really good, and that was the best steak I've ever had.
Yeah, Capitol Grill's really good. We went to the one in Dallas, though, because the one in Legacy pissed me off, but, yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, I hate when people make such bold statements like that. I'm like, I know you don't go to steakhouses a lot. Like, you can just, like, tell, like, a person, like, you don't go to steakhouses a lot. We've been to, like, a lot of steakhouses.
Well, basically, if you scroll through their pictures, and if it's a guy, and there's a lot of pictures of them standing in front of a car that they're, like, souping up.
Oh, yeah.
From, like, 2002.
And this is one of those people. Civic. This is one of those people.
Of course it is. It's Facebook. And it's a man. So, like, yeah, when you see someone like that, you just go, okay, well, you pour all your money into this, like, stupid car of yours and you do it for obvious reasons, because your dick is really tiny, and you feel insecure, so you get this little fucking thing, and you think you're in Tokyo Drift, which was easily not the best Fast and the Furious movie. So, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are just... Yeah.
You know what's so funny about that? Like, when I had my Mitsubishi, I remember, like, a kid... Like, I think I was working, and somebody came in, like, hey, you have, like, that Mitsubishi outside, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, that thing, like, sounds, like, freaking awesome. Like, what did you do to it? Like, he was, like, asking if I, like, put, like, a new exhaust or, like, whatever, and, like, modified it. I'm like, nothing, it's all stock. And he's just like, nah, man, like, it's not stock. I'm like, it's all stock. So I'm like, think about that. These people pour all this money into their fucking cars, and I have a stock car, and it sounds apparently better than all of them.
But like, all the cars in the world?
Not all the cars in the
all
world.
Running at the same time?
Oh, that would sound pretty shitty.
Yeah, that would. But, yeah.
Yeah, just be like, look
it's just
at me. Like,
stupid.
I collect anime little girl figures, and I work in a game store. Do I look like a guy who soups up my car?
Dude, that's how you know when you have a big dick. Like, when you just when you just collect, like, figures, and you're like, or, like, anything that's, like, not, like, popular. No, I'm just saying, like, because you're not like trying to prove anything. You're just like, hey, like this is the shit I
Right.
like,
You're basically
and
saying,
like if you don't like it, you can like suck my dick. Like you will.
and it's gonna be difficult because it's huge.
You can't even get your mouth around it.
Well, no, I mean, like, yeah, I agree to that to an extent. It's like if
you
you're
have like
loud
nothing to
and-
prove. You have nothing to prove.
Right.
It's just like, hey, like I am, and
Sam, I am.
Sam, I am, and green eggs and ham.
I am. My own
I
man.
am what I am. What am I? I am.
My captain. They make it on their desk. Oh, fuck.
My captain.
But yeah, if you're not putting yourself out there,
Basically,
then
if
you're secure with yourself.
If you just put money into a car, you got a small penis.
if you put money into anything that makes you like loud and obnoxious to the world,
You got a small
then
penis.
you got a small dick.
If you feel like you had to be around like 4 sluts, like you got a small dick.
Mm-hmm.
But like if 4 sluts walk
Or you just
up
like
to you,
sluts.
but if 4 sluts walk up to you, like you didn't do anything, but they walk up to you.
If you
then
play
got-
with an anime figure in a bar and 4 sluts walk up to you butt naked, ready to
you
go,
got a giant cock.
they must have fucking X-ray visioned that cock in your jeans and just been like, whoa. Well, I should say sweatpants. Yeah, that's what we should do. We should go to the bar in sweatpants.
Just
With
pajamas.
the anime figures and just
Anime
sit in the bar.
figures. just raging boners. And just have the women come over and start licking them up like little dogs. That got weird.
The ultimate test if you walked in and played Magic.
Oh shit! I feel like we need to
In
walk into a
pajama
bar.
pants
We need to walk into a bar in our pajamas playing Magic the Gathering.
while eating cheesy puffs.
Oh shit! No outside food or drinks.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll have to find the nerdiest thing on the menu
Yeah.
and order those. And like the gayest drinks, cranberry juice.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
No, I feel like a virgin strawberry
I was gonna say
daiquiri.
Virgin something is going to be the girliest drink.
Which we used to order virgin strawberry daiquiris when we were little, all the time.
Oh yeah.
And people used to laugh at us. The waiters and waitresses would like laugh
Because like we were little and they thought it was like cute that we.
that we were saying virgin. They're like, oh, he has no idea what that word means. My parents were like, what are you talking about? It means no alcohol. And they're like,
I remember-
no, I'm talking like when the cherry hasn't been popped yet. When that girl's like just like tight, ready to go. Because like, how dirty does your mind have to be?
No, I remember I got in trouble at the when I was like little. We used to go to this rec center like after school because it was basically like a daycare, but like it was like for like more grown up kids. And I
It was
remember
like
like
a YMCA, but not.
Yeah. And I remember like telling somebody like, oh yeah, like when I go out to eat, like I get like a virgin like strawberry daiquiri, and like this one kid like just like fucking like flipped a shit and was like, what did you say? I'm like, virgin strawberry daiquiri. He's like, you're not supposed to say that word. I'm like,
Daiquiri?
I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, and that's what
Strawberry?
I was saying. I'm like, daiquiri. He's like, no, the other word. I'm like, what word? And he's like, you know what word I'm talking about? I'm like, well, obviously not because I'm fucking saying it.
Because I'm fucking 7.
So
I
like,
have no idea
so
what you're
like
talking
he's like,
about.
just don't say it. Like blah blah. Like I'm gonna tell on you. And I was like, okay. And like I just kept saying it because I'm like, I don't know what word you're fucking talking about. So then like one of the counselors comes over, or like one of the supervisors, like the little supervisors comes over, and she's like, Matt, you're not supposed to be like saying that word. So they like dragged me out of like the room and like
beat them
Beating with rubber hoses.
yeah.
with their
With their
cocks.
dicks.
Well, like they had me out in like the front little lobby, like until my mom came like to pick us up, and they're like, oh, like we need to talk because like your son was like saying some things, and she was like, well, what was he saying? And they were like, oh, like he was saying like the word virgin, and I was like, yeah, because like I was saying virgin, like a virgin strawberry daiquiri because it has no alcohol in it, not because it's like a fucking virgin. Like even I knew the definition, and I was like 8. And like my mom just like looked at these people and she's like, you like fucking like really you're wasting my time with this bullshit? That's why I love my parents. Like that's one thing about mom is like people waste their fucking time on like petty shit. She gets like so like pissed off. It's, like
Yeah.
awesome.
As we should. As we all
Yeah.
should.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about petty shit, did you see the do you see the family that bought a used DS? And when they turned it on Christmas, there was a bunch of porn pictures on there.
Dude,
It's a Merry
best
Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah.
ever, yeah.
But I was like laughing because I think there were like 9 images on there that I guess somebody took of like their girlfriend or wife or whatever, and so obviously like the dad's like upset, so he goes back to the.
I don't think so.
He goes.
Putting on an act.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Oh,
the mother was upset.
let me get to that. Well, I don't even think there was a mom. Like I think there was probably a divorce or she died. But let me. Oh, really? But so he goes back to the GameStop. You know, he's like raising a big fuss. They end up giving him a new 3DS, so they bumped him up a new fucking console, and they threw in games, and like he still had the fucking nerve to say, "Well, this like won't erase, you know, the image from my child's mind. Like they won't understand until they're like 20." I'm like, dude, cry me a fucking river.
20. They'll understand next year.
Yeah. How old was that kid? How old was the kid?
He was probably like 8 or 9.
Oh, he's beating it already.
Yeah, he already knows.
He's already beating it.
So then it goes like, he goes to a shot of the family, and of course they're on like the couch, like next to the Christmas tree. They're like ghetto fucking people, and they're all like
Almost said something else there.
I don't know. They were black.
No, we've already established you can say niggers.
They weren't like.
I'm still afraid to say that. I'm not gonna say
The
it.
only reason I'm saying they're ghetto is because like the kid had a fucking do rag on, and I'm like, really? Like, I'm like, you had a problem with pornography, but yet you're dressing your kid like a little gangster. I'm
Like a
what's,
little.
like what's more harmful in the long run?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, 50 Cent. Yeah. Excuse me, Curtis Jackson.
So, anyways, they're like sitting on the couch, and like the little kid's like explaining like what he saw, and like he like starts to like cry, like he literally starts to cry, and
so
like
beautiful.
and then like the dad like just starts to fucking cry, and he's like like, oh my god, like my
So
kid
gay
like
son
my
and a gay
kid has
father.
like been like scarred by these like pornographic images, so like all like hugging each other like a fucking like a weird family.
Gay family.
Like a gay family. And like the two other, like he had like 2 other sons. One was like older and one was younger, and they're like holding the other kid because like he saw these like dirty images. I'm like,
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
god! I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, one, the kid probably put the goddamn pictures on that damn DS, and then they took it back to GameStop and complained. I'm like, cause dude, when we were that age and like some like pornographic image like popped up on the internet, like a little pop up, we just like laughed about it and like giggled like a normal fucking person would. These people like broke down and like fucking like it was like a goddamn like national disaster.
Yeah.
And I'm like
It was the second 9/11.
I know. I'm like, really? I'm like, this is like you're bitching about this. I'm like you could be one of those other 18 kids that got shot and killed. I'm like, and now I've gotten to Christmas. I'm like, that would have been like something to cry about.
It's
But
another.
like this is just like it's just petty like bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop being a baby. Like just like explain to your kid like what is like what he just saw. Be like, this is what happens. Like
You
know,
saw magic.
yeah.
You thought Harry Potter was cool? Wait until you fuck a girl. That's when the real magic happens.
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about fucking a girl and you're like playing footsie with me over here.
No, you're the one moving your foot. I'm sitting here.
Okay. Touche.
So
Touche,
technically, you're
Jeff.
playing footsie with me,
Yeah.
and I like it.
But I think this is
You
a
better, you little slut.
I think this is a lesson to people who are buying
To blacks.
to just anybody.
No, let's just get this out of the way. Like, there's
Anybody.
a message to blacks right now. We're tired of you taking advantage of the system. Honestly,
No, I'm not
'Cause
saying
they-
that. I'm
no.
not saying that.
I'm gonna say it. They bought a DS, and then they bitched and whined and stuff, and blamed their problems on someone else, and they were able to get free shit out of it.
I think
True.
anybody can do that though.
Just perpetuates the cycle.
Mm-hmm. But
No,
anyone
no.
could do it. But
No, here's the bigger-
there's already
here's
a
the-
negative
no.
thing with blacks, and now they
Here's the
reinforce
bigger
it.
message though. Here's the bigger message. Don't buy your kid a fucking used game console on Christmas.
How shitty of a
Of
parent are
all
you?
fucking holidays, like you like had an entire year to save up like a mere $200 all year. If you just put $1 aside every single day, you would have gotten that new 3DS. But you are so fucking stingy, you couldn't even do that. I could find $1 and fucking change just lying around the house every day.
Yeah.
And like, you couldn't do that.
And you're not even saving that much money between the used and the new ones.
Yeah, you're really
Especially
not.
at GameStop.
You're saving like $20, maybe.
Yeah.
No, maybe 50.
That I honestly, if I was the person that he was bitching to, or whatever, like the cop, or I don't know who you call in that instance, or whatever, but I'd be like, you know what would have protected your son from seeing these harmful images? That 20 extra bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
like, think about it. Like, it really would have.
Now the blood is on your dick.
You just fucked your kid in the face.
And that's why I like never got about like people buying consoles. Like, oh, let me get the used one. I'm like, why wouldn't you want a new, like a brand new? Like, I don't know. Like, there's something with like me and like video game consoles. Like, I don't want anybody else fucking messing with it. Like, I don't want somebody else like have touched it and like done some stupid shit with it, because I know they fucking sit there and like goddamn chain smoke, and then they got their dog like farting goddamn little fur balls into the fucking fans. Dude, you should see
You know how dogs work?
Dude, no, you gotta see some of the fucking game systems that come into GameStop. Like, seriously, like some of them look like they've been like pissed and jizzed on, and like they're sticky
I've
and
never
shit.
seen them.
Oh yeah, because you worked at
Yeah,
so did I, and I worked at GameStop.
Oh, because you just in your game console before. I was like,
I have a friend.
That happens too.
So I have a friend, and he asked me one day, like, hey, can you help me set up my computer for me? Like, because he's building a computer. Like, he knows computers pretty well, but like he's having issues like hooking up the power supply to the motherboard and getting it to like turn on and shit. So I go over there, I help him with that.
He's an idiot.
So I help him with that, and then I looked at his mom's computer because he's like, it's like kind of like running slow, and I think we need to clean it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, let's pop it open. I popped this fucking thing open. It looked like a dog had just died and decomposed in it, and like the fur was just left in the heat sink and all the fans. I'm like, dude, have you ever cleaned this before? He's like, no. Like, am I supposed to? I'm like, dude, you work at fucking Best Buy, and like you don't even know how to properly maintain a fucking computer? I'm like, come on, dude. I'm like, you see, like there are literal like little tumbleweeds of like fucking dust, just like sitting in the computer. I had to get a fucking vacuum to like vacuum it out. Not like a little compressed air can. No, a fucking vacuum.
There's a website that has like it's like show me your insides or something like that. It's got the double entendre or whatever, but it's like computers, game systems, all that shit. And just the gross things that people find in them.
It's disgusting.
There's this one dude found like a fucking cockroach nest in there.
Yeah, I've done that.
I've seen it
before. God!
I just want to know, like where do people keep their electronics?
Full blown loads in people's like computers.
That's fucking disgusting.
Because the CPU's down here, and you're sitting on the chair, and then it's gonna immediately.
Yeah.
Why do you have your computer right in front of your dick?
Why are you pointing your dick downward?
No, you're not. It's just that.
It's just like projectiles up.
Yeah, it's like
that
there's so much of it.
Yeah. Oh man, I get Jeff.
It's not like when you're laying in bed and you
talking about it
and get it on your stomach, and then you can just like rub it in.
That we don't have to get up to clean.
Exactly.
Just rub it in.
It's basically like moisturizer.
I do get cracked knuckles. So I blow little squirts on my knuckles and rub it in. And
oh my god!
I'm good to go for work. Put a little on my cheeks.
There you go. Put a little on my cheeks. Get this nice rosy glow. I rub a little in my hair. Get this nice sheen.
Pull a Ben Stiller.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. That reference made my eye twitch.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, talk about electronics and jizzing. How was you guys' Christmas?
Full of jizz and electronics.
Full of jizz and electronics, sir.
Well, you didn't get any electronics. You got clothes.
Electronic. I'm wearing it right now, motherfucker.
What? What are you wearing?
It's my little body media fit thing.
Oh lord.
It keeps track. It's kind of cool though.
And they just give you a Wii Fit.
I used to have a Wii Fit, but I got rid of my Wii.
Good job.
I used it. It works.
Good job.
But no, I'm starting up weight loss again because I'm doing it like a tiered thing.
You never told us how the thing works.
Okay, So you wear it 23 hours out of the day.
That's a stupid number.
I don't know. Like, that's what they said. It says in there literally 23 hours a day with 1 hour off, which I use to charge it and let it sync to my computer and download all the data.
Okay.
But it connects Bluetooth to my phone so I can see it in real time. And what it does is it basically just, you put it on your left arm, right on your tricep,
Mm-hmm.
and then it keeps track of how many calories you burn all day. It'll keep track
What
of
if
how
you
many steps you
gain
take.
calories?
You can't gain calories. You just burn calories sitting somewhere. Even if you just lie in bed, you will burn calories. Your body, it takes a certain amount of calories just for your body to actually run.
Right.
So,
But what I'm saying is, like, you may be burning calories, but what if you are, like, eating a bunch of shit, just gorging
you
yourself?
also log what you're eating, and it will actually also add.
It
those
does not
calories
log
back.
what you eat for you?
Not without you actually putting it in.
Then that is bullshit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Oh, I agree. It would be so much better if it just, like, as soon as I ate something, it just popped up on my screen and said,
So wait,
Hershey's Kiss.
does it know like?
Be awesome.
Yeah,
So
actually,
do
it's
you-
a Mars bar, but close enough.
Close enough.
Do you have to log like when you exercise too, or does it like pick that up?
You
like,
can't.
somehow?
No, it'll pick it up. Like it actually keeps track of how many steps I take during the day.
Okay.
When you wear it when you're sleeping, it keeps track of your sleep patterns. So you can actually see, like, the first night I wore it and last night I slept, you know, like some people wake up every few hours, like sleep apnea will get you, and that's a concern, and you'll wake up every few hours so you never get a full night's rest. But it's just a way for you to see how you're sleeping, how you need to adjust things, and I sleep through the whole night all the way through. Like, I don't wake up at all,
Yeah.
which is great.
So I call
It
them,
just
like,
feels like a flat line.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, I'm dead. Okay, that's
like
cool.
how accurate are the step counts? Because
It's
like,
pretty accurate.
what if you're just like waving your arms like while just sitting around?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be like, you know, it can tell what you're actually doing. Like, it'll even break down, and it has it broken down into, you know, moderate activity, which would be like walking and stuff like that, and you know, higher activity. So
Be like
if you're
jogging.
like cardio, actually get your heart rate going, it'll know that,
Yeah.
and it'll actually log it differently. Because you're supposed to do certain levels of each kind, and then you're supposed to, you know, eat a certain amount, and then you'll have a deficit, and that'll cause you to lose the weight. But it's really, more than anything else, just because you can do it without having anything, obviously. Like, I lost 90 pounds just logging what I eat and walking every day. That was all I had to do to really lose the weight. This is just a way for me to actually be able to track it on a deeper level and to really see, you know, what I'm doing and keep track of the trends and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I like it. And since I'm about to start again and finish what I wanted to do and get down to where I want to be, it's going to be a good tool for me to do that. But yeah. So I like it. It's
How much was it?
It was like $150. So,
It's not bad.
but it's like, I guess it's what they're using on The Biggest Loser or something. Like, it's actually endorsed by them, and they're
Right.
actually using it on there. They used to
So
use the
that-
Body Bug.
I think it's kind of cool that it hooks up to the computer
Yeah,
and it'll
it's
actually
really
show
cool.
you like
Like,
know,
it
this is
shows
where
you
you're at.
everything.
you-
Like, okay,
you're getting
if you,
fatter, you're getting skinnier.
yeah, exactly. Like, if you look at
It's like, you fucking loser, and it's like, hey, you're a loser, and you're like, woo.
no, but if you like look at the step count, like, since I sit at a desk all day at work, I can like actually see like when I got up to go to the bathroom, because it'll like all of a sudden they'll be like no steps, no steps, no steps, and then at 10 o'clock in the morning,
Bathroom.
boom, 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 like 150 steps.
Oh my
That
god,
was me.
it's like the evolution of, of Facebook.
How far away is your bathroom?
That's pretty far. I gotta walk all the way
Yeah,
across
mansion.
the floor.
See you.
No. Oh, farting? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did get. She got me the cool phone cover, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's nice and thin. That's what I needed, because it goes in my pocket, as opposed to my wife who carries it in her purse so she can wear it
As opposed to your wife does not go in your pocket.
only when she's giving me a side pocket hand job.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, I like it.
It's simple.
And then she also got me these things that I haven't used yet or figured out what I'm going to do with, but they're called Tactiles. Have you seen them?
Mm.
Okay, they're little, like, radio frequency tags. that you can put anywhere you want, and you can actually program them from your phone to do certain things. So if you put your phone near it, it will automatically do whatever you've set it up to do. So like I could put one at work and put my phone on it, and it'll automatically, put me to vibrate, and it'll, kill all the other applications and just get it set up. And it's get like 4 of them, and you can put them, like some people put them in their car, and as soon as they get in their car, it'll turn the Bluetooth on and pair the headset. So if they want to do that,
That's
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
There is, and you can set it to like send text messages like pre-done. It's actually pretty cool. I haven't figured out what I'm actually going to do with all of them, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. Like
I would say the one at home would like automatically turn on like your alarms and
Right.
stuff like that. Like that'd be kind of cool.
yeah, it'd be pretty
You know
cool.
what you should do? You should just set them up for the automated like text messages, like every place you like go to. So then like when you enter in your house, like it just sends a message like, "Hey guys, I'm at my house now."
Send it
to everybody. when you go to work, you're like, hey guys, I'm at work now. Just working the day away. Working the midnight oil. I think that's brilliant because everybody then it'll just piss people off. They'll be like,
Oh, yeah,
"Damn
yeah,
it!"
Or like not just text, but like it'll just automatically like Facebook post.
Right. Yeah, you could set it to do a
Should do
stats
Facebook
update.
and text.
Yeah.
It automatically takes a picture
Pretty cool.
in your bathroom. Whenever you walk in your bathroom, it just takes
He's just taking a shit.
takes a side pocket hand job dick pic
That's
and sends it out to Facebook.
Oh man.
pretty good.
Well, speaking of $150 electronics, I got a new headset for my PS3,
Very cool.
but it's also just some like normal headphones that I can use with anything that takes a 3.5mm jack or a USB. Anything that has USB on it. I use it on my computer and all that crap. And it has like super bass and it has like
Nicki Minaj super bass.
yeah, and like it's got like a little programmable thingy where you can like do different modes and like program like the volume level, the bass level, and all that crap. So that like whenever you and this only works with the PS3 though. So whenever you pop in a Blu-ray like a movie, it automatically sets your headphones into the Blu-ray mode that you like configured yourself. Same thing when you automatically pop in like a video game. Like when you pop in a video game, it'll automatically it'll switch over to the other mode like automatically. I was like, that's pretty damn cool.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, I like those. And I got the WD Live TV thingy, which I've been using my PS3 as like my media center, but it doesn't like play all of the formats.
Like MKV.
No, actually, PS3 supports MKV now.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
So if I put an MKV onto my fucking PlayStation 3, you'll play it.
Yeah,
You should be able to, yeah.
Yep. It supports it now. It's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't used to, but I think...
Yeah. Like, how come, like, none of their other fucking platforms support that file? Like, why isn't, like, the Vita or, like, the PSP?
The Vita will
support-
eventually. It's just in...
Think so?
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
just
will.
being developed. It didn't have PS1 support like a few weeks ago, and then it all of a sudden
Yeah,
got
but I
it.
don't think it will support MKV, because it's just, like, MKV is, like, a very, like...
My TV natively supports
Specific.
it. My TV has like USB built in.
I guess it's getting it's becoming a bigger format.
Yeah, it is. It's just
Was it just better quality than everything else?
yeah. It's like
But,
it's good quality but super compressed.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also allows for multiple audio channels and multiple like subtitle channels, which other formats don't.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they can allow up to like another like one or two other
That
like
explains
audios.
why all the animes and
All the
MKV.
anime, yeah. Which okay, so on the PS3 it does play MKV, but I was watching Dead Man Wonderland on my PS3, and it was in English, but like the one that I got it had both audios, it had English and Japanese.
And you could actually switch it from the PS3?
Yeah, no, from the PS3 you cannot.
Oh, okay.
And this bothered me because when I played on the PS3, it went into English, and I was like, sweet, like that's how I wanted to listen to it. However, it forced subtitles onto it,
Yeah.
even though it was in English, and like you couldn't turn the subtitles off. My WD like live TV one,
You can actually switch it up.
there's actually a button on the remote that just says audio, and another button next to it that says subtitle. You just press audio, keep pressing it, and it just goes back and forth like
Yeah.
between the two, and like you turn your subtitles like on and off. You can also adjust like what the subtitles look like, the text width and stuff, and
That's cool.
like what color it is and shit. So you can force over the subtitles with your own like little design. It also has RSS feeds on the WTV thingy, whatever. So I set up our like 3-step guys like RSS feed on there, so it'll automatically download like our episodes.
Nice.
I can like listen to it on there. It plays like movies, music, all that crap. But it does every fucking format in like every codec.
Damn, I might have to get one.
You can plug in like a hard drive to it, like your, you know,
I want to get something like that, and I want to get that Hauppauge.
The game recorder thingy?
Yeah, the game recorder.
So I looked it up, and the PS3 does not support 1080p recording.
Does it not?
At all.
720?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Only the 360 can do 1080 with like the HDMI.
That doesn't make any sense, though.
That's what it had like listed on the box, like when I read all the fine print.
I don't believe the fucking box.
It's on the product.
Does it say like PS3 does not support 1080p?
It shows PS3's maximum like output, and it says 720p video, and it says like 1080i at this many frames for like pictures, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. But either way, like 1080i is the same thing as 720p.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's something with like the PS3's thing. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
The only thing I could think of is because like the 360 is not true 1080p. It's like it just up converts it to 1080p.
You think the Hauppauge just like up converts the recording of the video as well?
I think so. Yeah,
that's possible.
And the 720p probably runs better on the PS3 than the 360.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Because like natively the PS3 it's 1080p native. It's not an up convert.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's developed in 1080.
Yeah, and then a lot of games are natively run at 60 frames per second. Like Ratchet and Clank does.
That's like whenever I see like a 360 game and it's like 1080p, and then you see the same PS3 game, like you'll say 720p, and people are like, oh, like this does 1080p. It's like, no, it's not. Like it's just up converting it. It's just saying like, hey, if you have a 1080p television, like it'll play on it, like you'll up convert it to 1080p. Whereas like the PS3 box is saying no, it's native like 720p, but like you'll still up convert it to 1080.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, so I got that, and then I got a bunch of Blu-rays, and I got Pokemon White Pokemon White 2, or version 2, I think it's called. I don't know, whatever. It's a sequel. Then I got Persona 4 Golden for the Vita. Just a JRPG that you don't care about.
Don't care.
Have you played it yet? Persona 4?
I mean, I played Persona 4 on the PS2, so I liked it. And then I got a bunch of anime, and I got the complete Men in Black collection on Blu-ray. So you fucking asshole! You just ruined my Christmas.
I'm just saying, not a waste of somebody's money.
Whatever. I like those movies. It's like Rush Hour. Like I like Rush Hour. You don't like Rush Hour?
I like the first Rush Hour.
Did they make the Rush Hours on Blu-ray yet?
Suck.
They. Yes and no. Like they have them. I think. I don't know. We started watching Downton Abbey.
Good.
Season 3. And I got the Christmas special too.
Excellent. Actually, I need to get the Christmas special. I haven't watched it.
It released on Christmas Day.
I know. I can download it. I mean, I have to watch it on
BBC America.
BBC feed from the UK. Because it's not on BBC America yet.
Is season 3 on there yet?
No, it starts January or something.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I liked it. Season 3 was good.
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got a PlayStation Vita, finally, after like a year. Supposed to get one last year, but I got gypped last year. Fucking bullshit. Long story. So yeah, finally got one this year, so I was happy. And I got the $50 like little PlayStation Plus membership. Gotta say, that thing is totally fucking worth it. Totally fucking worth it. I'm like, I feel sorry for people that have Xbox Live because they're just paying $50 just to fucking play online and get their demos early. I already get the online for free, so it's like whatever. But like with the Plus membership, not only do you get discounts on like a lot of the games, but you get a lot of games for free.
Yeah.
So
full fucking retail games.
Yeah, full fucking retail games for free. Not like little mini games or whatever, like full games. So I got like the Vita with the Black Ops bundle, and like the game's like it's alright, like it's whatever. But the fact that I had that membership, like I got like 4 extra like free games like right off the bat. So I'm like, hey, like that's fucking cool.
That's cool.
And I got like a case with it, and I also got a Blu-ray box set of Serial Experiment Lane, which is like an anime. It's kind of like that's like really trippy. Like it's kind of like Akira.
Okay.
Like where it like starts off kind of normal,
Right.
like kind of like weird, and then like it gets like really fucking out there. But it's good. It's good.
Cool.
What?
So I know you going to justdubs.com, whatever. Did you
Yeah.
see the news?
No, what?
Because I meant to say this as I was talking about Dead Man Wonderland.
Are they continuing it?
They fucking are.
Thank
I didn't know
God.
this. I didn't know this. It's written by a woman.
Are you serious?
She went into labor in July, had her baby and
Oh,
stuff,
that's
and she's
why.
been recovering.
Yeah.
So the manga is returning.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Not really. Sell yours immediately.
Huh?
Sell your manga immediately because it's coming back, which means they're reprinting them now.
Or are they really?
Yeah, because she's recontinuing the manga, and because Tokyo Pop or whoever owned the manga originally, because they tanked, she has to have them re-released through another publisher.
Yeah.
So they're all going to get re-released. So you better sell yours before it devalues, because no one's going to want the old versions when the new ones will be revised.
Yeah, that's true.
And better.
Yeah.
Because Tokyo,
Okay.
like considering how violent it is, Tokyo Pop still held back because they're not one of the mangas that does like the very mature things.
Yeah.
So like they held back on it. So like this new one would be a little crazier. There's no talk about continuing the anime, but I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll just call it season
I'm
2.
gonna tell our listeners, like, if you like anime, and like, I know a lot of people think like, oh, like anime is a lot of like that, you know,
Tipping over big sweat
tipping
beads on
over,
their
yeah,
head. And,
big, you know, eyes getting big and they act all goofy. Like,
yeah, I'm talking about
yeah, it's like that stereotypical anime. But like, if you want like something serious, like something just fucking like bloody, violent, and like mature, like Dead Man Wonderland is fucking awesome.
I was pretty surprised.
Like that's one of those animes where it's like, because you see like all the other stuff and it just kind of gets boring, but like this one, like, you know, it's like refreshing, and like it just gets crazy. Like, I can't wait until see what they do next with that, because the first fucking season was like insane.
Yeah, I was excited when I saw it on the thing. It has like a little black. It's like a black and white picture, but it's got like all of the like the prisoners and stuff. It's got like all
Yeah.
the characters like in this thing, but like it's like new and it's like 2013. And it says something like, oh, it's like 2013, like the carnival begins or something. So there's like a new like thing.
Yeah,
They're starting a new thing at like the Dead
Yeah.
Man Wonderland like prison.
yeah, because well, you've seen like the entire series, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you know how like the Wonderland like gets like destroyed pretty much.
yeah.
So they probably rebuild.
They're
something.
starting a new thing. It's like a, I don't know if it's a carnival or like the circus or something. I don't know. It's like there's
Yeah.
something that it's a new thing that they're gonna do. There's be
a
new
good
characters
anime.
and shit. And I was like, oh
Such a good
shit.
anime. You know what else you should watch? I watched.
You're just like, really like, well, give a fuck.
I finished watching
I'll
Black
watch
Lagoon.
it. Okay.
The
Black
what?
Lagoon's
I'll
really
watch
good.
it.
Dead Man Wonderland? You
should
should.
watch
It's
it.
really
You should- yeah, and you should watch Black Lagoon. That's really good. It's kind of like
Cowboy Bebop?
no, it's not like sci-fi. It's like more like action packed. It's kind of like what's that fucking movie with all the action stars in it? I can't think of it.
Expendables?
Expendables?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like that, because it's just like live action, but like the main character is like a woman who's like fucking like crazy with their guns, but they pick up like this Japanese like he's like an interpreter, like he's like just like a normal like business guy, and like he gets held hostage by them, but then like later on in the episode, like he ends up just siding with them because like his company was doing some like shady shit, and they basically just threw him to the side. So he's like, fuck that, like I quit my job kind of thing. And he just turns into like he doesn't turn into like a total badass, but like he has his moments. Like they fucking like they ramp off this like abandoned like ship. So they have like their own like little boat. They ramp off this fucking ship, and they shoot their torpedoes into this fucking helicopter. And like while the helicopter's like going down, but like, you know, just exploding, you see the kid like in the little captain's like little deck, whatever, and he's just like giving them like the middle finger. He's like, fuck you. I'm like, hell yeah. Like it was just awesome. It was all slow mo and shit. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Oh man, slow mo makes everything better. You should have said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh whoa.
And then there's like, you know, samurai people cutting bullets in half and shit, and it's pretty cool.
Okay, so it's like Castern.
No.
You remember that, right?
Yeah,
That movie?
yeah. Dude, that was a pretty good live action movie.
That was pretty
The
good.
special effects on that were pretty
You seen that?
badass.
Cassern, the Japanese movie.
I have no idea what the story's
It
about,
looks
but
kind of like Power Rangers. Like he looks like the White Power Ranger, and like he is like cutting robots in half with like his sword, and it's very like very special effects.
yeah,
whatever.
very. Yeah.
And like he cuts the robot in half, and like it shows like his little face. And he's like looking through the like cracked robot with like all the little sparks going over, and it's like blows up, and he like flies off into the moon.
Just think like Power Rangers.
It's
Just think
awesome. It's
Power
pretty cool.
Rangers with like Dragon Ball Z like sound effects, like
Yeah.
the energy blast like sound effects, like boo,
and like the special effects of like
it's awesome.
the special effects of like some fucking movie that has
Like
good
Sucker
special-
Punch, kind of.
kind of like Sucker Punch with like the art style of like Mirror Mask. I feel like that kind of
Yeah,
sums it.
yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
it's wild, but like it's pretty good. It's based off of Catherine and Catherine Sins, the anime. The anime
They
is
did a live action.
Yeah, they did live action of it, so.
Not bad. I'm not sure what the fucking story's about.
I don't know either. Yeah,
I'm just this.
I've yet to watch Gantz too. I need to watch that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I get into it and then I'm like, like it's kind of.
To me, Gantz has always felt like Aeon Flux. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to be severely disappointed with it.
Yeah, but I hear it's like good. Like everybody keeps saying it's really good, but
Aeon Flux, god damn it. That movie was fucking garbage. That and Ultraviolet.
the thing with like games,
I own Ultraviolet on Blu-ray because we bought it at the Blockbuster sale. I was like, oh, for $3, I have to own this movie.
which one? Anflux?
No, Ultraviolet.
Oh god, yeah.
It was trash.
But yeah, Gantz like is like one of those animes where it was probably made when there weren't a lot of violent animes, like
Yeah.
nearly, and like it's probably like that one anime where like everybody like watched it and they're like, oh my god, like it's so like they're like those type of people who've never seen like a rated R like movie, and their like mom and dad let them watch that because it's like a cartoon, and like, oh my god, it's like so violent and awesome. But like I know if like you and me watched it, because we've been watching rated R movies since like we were little,
Yeah.
I think I would be severely disappointed.
I don't know, man.
why.
I could always go the
I know I could.
kite route.
God,
Just have fucking double penetration gangbangs in there.
was there really a double?
I
No, there wasn't. It was just like the guy and the girl like fucking.
Oh, that's Mezzo Forte. That's the other one. Same director.
But that didn't have double penetration.
Yeah, it did.
Did it? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to go watch that again.
I have it. Anyway. Because I remember I rented it like back when I had that rent anime thing.
Yeah.
I rented it and I burned it and I didn't realize it was the uncensored version.
Nice.
And I was like watching it up here one day and like it started happening in like in the media room. I was like, oh fuck! And I stopped it because I was afraid
There was,
Mom
like-
would walk up.
Yeah, there was like one anime I was watching, and it wasn't like hentai, but like it was borderline. Like it could have been. And like I remember, I'm like, I'm just gonna close my door just in case mom and dad walk in. Like, what the fuck are you watching? Because like it wasn't like porn.
Sure, I'm sure you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna close
Yeah,
the door
yeah.
just in case they walk in, not because I'm like, fuck, is in there furiously
Oh, yeah.
beat my dick in.
I think it was. I think it's either. It was either Heaven's Lost Property. I think that's what it was.
Probably. That's pretty.
It's pretty out there.
Yeah.
It's just like sitting there like.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. That's the sad part, is that I actually know most of these. I just never watch any of them.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But I know what they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what like the lane is that I was talking about? Zero Experiment Lane.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
Do you know
That's
Heaven's
very
Lost Property?
Yes, I do know that one.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Huh.
I've seen things about it. I've just never watched any of it. I keep up on lots of things. I
Well, I
just
don't know.
don't have a lot of time to devote.
That's like I know a bunch of these animes too, and I have most of them. I just never watched them.
Right.
Watch like all of them. Because I don't have anything else to do
Yeah,
right now.
Till you start your job.
I'll probably still watch them. Because I just sit there and like I just like watch them. I don't know.
That's usually how people watch things.
I just
Yeah,
sit
I
there
know,
and I just
but-
watch them.
Like you, like I don't know. Like normally I get like really like fucking like antsy. Like I need to do something. Like, but like I don't know. Like these animes have been pretty good lately, where I can just like sit down, and just like chillax and.
Speaking of chillaxing, what are we on time?
Hour 24.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not as far as I thought we were.
But yeah, been watching
Alright, so
all
let's
that.
fucking divert this train before we keep talking about animes and throwing all of our listeners off.
Yeah, no, they've already shut their computers down.
They turn their whole computers off. I was gonna say, okay, so you saw Django Unchained.
Django Unchained on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Now, yeah, we never discussed the fact that you saw it on Christmas Day.
Un-American bastard.
That is the most American thing you can possibly do.
There's a war on Christmas, have you heard?
No.
Django Unchained is the enemy.
Dude, I always go see movies on Christmas.
We went to go see King Kong on Christmas.
Yeah.
Or
I've done it a few times, like the past couple of years.
Never
I've gone.
again.
Yeah.
But this year we were going to go see Les Mis, but I was just like, I don't know, I was having too much fun with my toys and stuff. I was like, I don't feel like going out.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, well, when you get like 30 Blu-rays.
if I hadn't already bought the tickets, like I bought them in advance.
Oh, okay.
Because the one year, a couple of years ago, we were going to go see Sherlock Holmes, the first one when it came out on Christmas Day, and we got there and it was sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I decided, I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and buy them online beforehand. So I bought them on, like Saturday or Friday or something before. So I'd already purchased them. But of course, that's the day that, it starts snowing and it gets all icy and shit. And we were going to a late afternoon one. My son and I went to see it. And we were going to a late afternoon one and it was starting to snow and all that stuff. And my wife was like, just eat the money. Who cares? You guys shouldn't be out driving in this. And I was like, woman, I grew up in Kansas, Indiana, and Pittsburgh. This is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I've driven in 10-foot snowdrifts. This is no big deal. But she's still like all worried about it, and she's like, "No, I'm afraid you guys are gonna crash." And I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
I'm afraid their car's going to get damaged.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to the movies, so whatever. I offered you could come with us, but you chose not to go. So we went to see it, and the theater was packed. There were tons of people there, but I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. If you don't like Tarantino, you're not going to like this, but that's generally the way it is with all his films.
That's how it is with any director.
Much.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't like a director, you're not going to like their film.
Usually. Well, not necessarily, because there are some directors that have no real signature to them.
True, yeah.
Every movie they make is just generic, and
yeah,
and that's usually.
I mean, if you want to say like any of the top popular
Right.
ones now, like J.J. Abrams, Tarantino, Michael
Right.
Bay,
Nolan.
they all have a signature. Nolan,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
And if you don't like them, you're not going to like the movie. But as an actual movie, I thought it was well done. It was actually, in terms of the look of the film, it was actually probably his most accomplished film in terms of cinematography.
okay,
It actually looked really good, because his films tend to have a hyper-realistic style to them.
yeah.
He has these little flourishes, and he really toned that down a lot in this, and he really tried to get it really felt like just a southern film, and that was what he was going for. So
That's good.
No, exactly. Well, sometimes he can't get past his little peccadillos.
And then he came out with an Australian accent and just
that was
threw
the
everything
weirdest
off.
fucking choice. I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't trying to do Australian. Maybe
No, he
he
was,
was trying to do
because-
Southern, and he was
No,
doing
listen,
like the slap of
there
the
were-
bass type of thing.
At the
He
end,
came out like
he's slap the bass.
sound Irish.
But no, at the very end, it's this 3-man group that he's a part of.
A lemon party.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 3-man group that he's a part of, and he and one of the other guys are both doing Australian accents, and the other guy is just doing a straight Southern accent. But it's obviously Australian.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Number one, Tarantino, even though he always wanted to be an actor, that's what he really went to Hollywood to do, he has never been a good actor in any way, shape, or form. And the fact that he keeps trying is
God bless him.
ridiculous.
God bless him.
Fuck that. Okay? If we're going to call people out on the shit they do that's wrong, I would say Quentin Tarantino needs to stop putting himself in fucking movies.
Was he in Inglourious Bastards?
No.
He wasn't? Do you think that was his best film?
No, Jackie Brown is still his best film.
He
Which
was in-
again...
Was he in there? No.
No, he was not.
Oh, shit.
So I feel like the movies that he's not in are good. Are really good. With the exception of Pulp Fiction.
Wait, was he? He wasn't in
He's
Kill
in
Bill,
Pulp
was he? He wasn't in Kill
No,
Bill.
he wasn't in Kill Bill.
I thought he might have been. I thought he was the groom, the bride's groom.
No.
But then I was like, no, that's not him. Like,
No. No, he was not in Kill Bill.
That's what I'm saying. Like the movies he's
was
not
he
in.
Was he in Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
He was.
He played Mr. Brown.
Okay.
He got shot while he was driving the car.
I hated that movie.
Reservoir Dogs was pretty good.
No.
It really is.
It's like I knew what was coming. I'm like, oh, they're all gonna kill each other because they're all greedy bastards.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh, I can't believe I wasted like an hour and a half of my life.
It's not a waste of your time.
It was a waste.
Why does every movie have to confound your expectations?
Because when everybody says it's like
just
good,
tell a story
and meet your expectations.
and meet your expectations.
because like I enjoy like Pulp Fiction, and people said Pulp Fiction was good, so I watched it. I'm like, I enjoyed it. People like rate, they're like, but man, like Reservoir Dogs is like
Reservoir Dogs was
amazing.
hyped up way too
It gets
much.
so hyped up, and then I watched it. I'm like,
And maybe this
okay.
is the thing. Like, okay, I actually saw Reservoir Dogs in the theater when it came out. Okay, it had no hype. It had played Sundance, but Sundance wasn't Sundance the way it is now.
Yeah.
Even though now it's not even as big as it used to be, but it wasn't that yet. Reservoir Dogs is really what made Sundance what it is. So the buzz wasn't really a big thing. So when I saw it, I didn't even really know what it was.
Yeah.
Same way with Clerks. I saw Clerks in the theater when it first came out. And, you had little things here and there, but there's no internet, there was no anything. So unless you were reading, alternative papers and shit and zines, there was no way you were going to hear about shit like that.
Yeah.
So that was what was fun about it. I loved that. That was a great time for independent cinema because you could actually discover shit and not have it be completely built up in your mind that it was going to be the greatest cinematic experience you were ever going to have before you even walked in the theater.
Yeah.
So
I like Clerks.
yeah, Clerks was great.
Like I think anybody that works retail should watch Clerks.
Oh yeah, they'll
'Cause-
relate.
Yeah, you will laugh your ass off. People are like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I've gone through that.
Yeah.
Especially if you work at a video store,
Oh,
you
yeah.
better watch
For
fucking
sure.
Clerks.
If you work at a video store, you should be watching lots of movies.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched Clerks, like
That's
should
true.
be
You know what?
working
That
at
was
a
the
video
thing
store.
that annoyed the fuck out of me when I worked at Blockbuster, I worked at Movie Gallery, and I worked at Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
And invariably, there was at least one or two people that worked in the store that
Yep.
never watched fucking movies.
Yep.
That drives me crazy.
And I don't understand that. I really don't.
I don't know. That was the same thing like when I worked there. Because you had your 3 movies out at a time, and then I think they reduced it to 2. You can only have 2 out at a time.
Yeah.
When I worked there. But yeah, I was like, dude, take advantage of that shit. Like I had a new movie every day.
Yeah.
I was like, I watched tons of shit, things I'd never even watch. Kind of when I got my Kindle, I was like, I put a bunch of books on there, things I'd never even read. I started reading.
Right.
I was like, you have the, I don't know.
But they were too busy getting high and doing
Yeah,
stupid
they're
shit.
fucking stupid, man. Ugh.
People that work.
But I like it whenever I like it when you don't know a movie, there's no hype for it, you haven't really seen anything about it or heard anything. You just happen to have a friend or someone who also doesn't hype it. They just hand you the movie and go, just watch it, and you watch it and you're like, holy shit! There's nothing I was not prepared for this, and it actually turned out to be pretty good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it was when I watched the 13th Floor.
Hell yeah.
And Dark City, even though even though you say 13th Floor is not a good movie, or whatever, it's it was one of those things where I wasn't expecting any of it.
Right.
It wasn't hyped at all for me, so I had the lowest expectations.
It was
for
a little hype for me because
well, yeah, Robert hyped it for you.
Robert was like, hey, it's a good he was just it's a good movie, you'll like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I watched it. I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. I think another one was Ip Man, the martial arts one.
Yep.
Dude, that movie's fucking awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
The Raid. If we're talking new movies, The Raid was fucking awesome.
I don't think I saw that one.
You need to watch that.
Yeah, I know. That's just the problem with
Oh,
the way
Event
that it is
Horizon.
now. Event Horizon.
Event-
But again, I saw that in the theaters when it came out.
Really? Did you like it then or no?
Yeah, I thought it because it was just so different
It was,
than
yeah.
other movies that you saw.
I read the synopsis. The only hype I had was the synopsis of it, and I was like, "Oh fuck yes, I need to watch this movie."
Yeah.
Because it just sounds so stupidly ridiculous. I needed to watch
And
it.
I mean, that's the thing. That's why I hate the way that it is now, with so many people hyping up everything. The internet is a 24-hour cycle. Yes, it's I can avoid reading anything about anything.
Yeah.
But for me that's hard because I'm used to reading about everything.
Yeah.
It's just that it's gotten more and more about.
It's like nowadays, if a movie gets hyped up, it's probably gonna be shit.
Probably.
Most likely, it's gonna be a bad
because
movie.
your expectations are gonna be too high.
That's the thing. It's like
that, or like it's getting hyped by the wrong people. Like it's getting hyped by the Academy, which I don't feel like is a. Honestly, I don't feel like it's a credible organization anymore.
No, it's really not.
Because it's just like
it's entrenched people who, for the majority of them, actually don't have ties to the industry anymore. Yeah. They're no longer active in it. They're retired. They never do anything. That's all they do is sit at home watching screeners and determining what they think is a good movie.
Yeah.
And it's annoying. It really is annoying. They need to change the bylaws, and they need to make it so that, it's not a lifelong membership. It's only while you're working in the industry.
Yep.
And
because like the industry changes,
gets new blood and gets new people in.
It was like when what won the
artist?
Wasn't like Avatar up for like an Academy Award or something, and like it got beat out by the fucking Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Like the Hurt Locker might be a good movie, but like, how many war movies have there been in like the last like at that point in the last 2 years? Yeah, like fucking Jarhead, like all these other like Afghan movies and Iraq movies. And then the Hurt Locker. I'm like, okay, they're just fucking defusing bombs. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And like that somehow wins an Academy Award, even though I'm like, I will not say like, yeah, like Avatar is a good movie. It's not like the greatest movie I've ever seen, but like that movie alone brought a lot of technology, like to like the present, which would have taken like 10 more years to like get to, if James Cameron hadn't put the money into it.
I agree with that, but I don't think that deserves a Academy Award for Best Film just because of the technology.
No, I know, but like
advances.
It should have won for Best Special Effects.
Well,
and I think it had probably a better story than Hurt Locker, and it was a more refreshing movie than Hurt Locker. Because like it's like one of those movies that you can just go into and you can like enjoy it, and you kind of get lost in like the environments and shit.
Yeah.
But like Hurt Locker is like, okay, more shit blowing up and people
in bomb suits.
No.
I never watched it.
I never watched it because I heard it was crap.
No, it was actually a good movie.
You know, movies actually really
I think
that people diss on all the time, and like it's like the stupid Justin Bieber thing. Like people just diss on this movie because everyone else diss on it. But Brokeback Mountain is actually a really good movie.
It's a very good movie.
And like I tell people, I'm like, dude, just watch this movie. They're like, oh, I watched two dudes butt fucking each other, or whatever. And I'm like, well, you don't really see anything. And like, 2, like, quit being a homophobe.
Right.
And then 3, hold out for a little bit because at the end they drag his ass from the back of a truck and fucking kill him. So like like people just like think it's like a love story, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like it is.
It's just a tragic love story.
It's a tragedy though. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but with more butt fucking.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I remember Andrew like watched that movie and was like at first I'm like, you watch Brokeback Mountain? He's like, well, yeah, like, but like I just did it because like it has a good soundtrack. I'm like, well, wow.
The sound of a penis just plowing away at a butthole is like, a good soundtrack.
I'm like, that's like the gayest excuse I've ever heard.
Yeah, you might like,
for a gay movie.
I would rather say
I watched it because they had good costumes.
I would rather say I watched it because I wanted to see 2 dudes fucking. I would rather say that. That would probably be less gay than me saying it has a good soundtrack.
Because then it'd just be funny.
Yeah, because you'd be like,
oh, okay.
Okay, and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Like it had a good sound. Like it had a good soundtrack. I'm like, it's Brokeback Mountain. I'm like, how good could the fucking soundtrack be?
Vindicated.
You know,
what the fuck is this?
I'm like, I would understand if it were like fucking like Moulin Rouge or something, which is a musical, and you're like, I like the soundtrack. I'm like, okay, because it's a musical.
Yeah.
Like I understand that, but Brokeback Mountain, like what the fuck? Like it's just generic, like probably songs, like.
Or were there even songs, or was it like an orchestral score? Like
I mean, it had a score. I'm pretty sure they used some songs in it though.
But like, why would you even have to watch the movie though?
No, I only saw Lord of the Rings because of the soundtrack.
Like, if all you wanted
like
was
James,
a soundtrack, then just get the fucking soundtrack and.
Howard Shore.
I'm thinking James Newton Howard. Yeah.
James Newton Howard Shore was really good.
That would be that would be an amazing
That would
soundtrack.
be amazing. Man. Yeah, I mean,
Movies.
the Academy, they suck.
I think the only reason the Hurt Locker won was because the director was a woman.
That is the only reason.
I know that's the only reason.
It's not the only reason,
Oh.
but it's the overwhelming reason.
It's
Just like Zero Dark 30. The only reason that movie's getting good reviews is because nobody wants to come out and be unpatriotic about a movie that has to do with finding and killing Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee that movie sucks fucking dick, but
it probably does.
it has a 90-something% on like
Most movies like that
Rotten
do
Tomatoes.
suck.
Yeah.
No, they do because
They don't.
yeah, they do because it's like a warped version of like reality. It's just so much fucking propaganda.
All movies are warped versions around.
It's just like like
Otherwise,
I
they're documentaries.
yeah, I just don't see like how
I hate
people can like
documentaries.
sit through
There's
like
some that I
movies
like,
like that. I'm like, why don't you just like fucking watch the real goddamn thing on YouTube? Like, I could just find clips of like JFK getting assassinated. I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you have to watch a goddamn movie? I'm like, just watch the real
Why
thing.
you watch Lincoln when you just play Assassin's Creed?
I know.
Hitler's not in it, but
I don't know. It's just so like one like it's just like sick how they just like profit off of like this like shit like off the war and like crap. I don't know. It's just really weird.
I mean,
They glorify it so much. It's just like stupid. I'm like, ugh. I get so tired of like people like, oh, I'm fighting for my freedom. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, you're fighting to protect rich white men and their money. Like, it has nothing to do with freedom. It has nothing to do with all that like, all that bull crap that you think.
our
it is.
freedoms are never under attack.
Yeah, they're never under attack.
Not by foreign.
I'm like, okay, like they talk about like protecting our freedoms. I'm like, yeah, we passed the Patriot Act, which is like so like, it's just like the opposite of freedom, which is unfreedom.
To me, Zero Dark 30 is just Call of Duty, like turned into a movie. Like, I don't know about you, but like I don't want to watch Call of Duty as a movie.
I don't think it's necessarily Call of Duty.
Oh, that ending. No, you know what Call of Duty was? Act of Valor.
Yeah, that would be Call of
That
Duty.
was Call of Duty made into a
Definitely
movie.
Call of Duty.
It was first person.
It sucked.
It was like Doom, the movie.
Dude, I love when it went into first person. Remember that?
Everyone loves that part. That was the best part of that whole movie. Was when
That's the only reason to watch it.
yeah.
It's just
To
like,
get to
what
that
the
part.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, not as good as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Damn it. That movie pretty much like fell to the wayside.
I've been getting like increasingly angrier each day as I think about the fact that Sin City 2 is coming out.
Who's directing it?
Robert Rodriguez.
Same person?
Everybody's coming back for it.
Okay.
Well,
Except for the people that died.
yeah, except for Brittany Murphy and
Brittany
Michael
Murphy.
Clark Duncan. I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, why now? Like, who even cares about Sin City anymore?
Nobody cares, but,
It's just
Like, I would have rather... Oh, wait, no, this is a different director. Never mind. I'm thinking Kill Bill Volume 3. Like, he's not making it, apparently.
yeah.
Give him a few more years.
Wait until he needs a little bit of money.
I don't think he does. I think he's alright. When it comes to money.
Yeah, but it's Tarantino. He's full of himself. Like,
Yeah.
he'll do it just
go
for
back to it. Just
just
I
for
want
the
them
fact
to,
that
because
he
I
can.
want to see, like, the little girl and, like, the two little girls, like, growing up, like, whooping each other's ass.
I don't even remember Kill Bill, like, the story.
Mm.
All I remember is she stole Bruce Lee's jumpsuit and hopped on a motorcycle. And I remember
They should
Lucy
make a
Liu gets her
prequel
head-
where she kills Bruce Lee and then takes his
I remember
jumpsuit.
Lucy Liu gets her scalp chopped,
yes.
which I thought looked good on her. It was a good look for her.
I just thought the best part of that movie was when she's flying on the plane from Japan and they all have little samurai sword holders.
Yeah. I saw that one.
That's the best thing
fuck
ever.
is
I
this?
was just like, yes,
That was awesome.
that would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
It's just hilarious little touches.
That's how Tarantino thinks of Asian
is.
airlines.
No, it's like I just think like he like recreated the world and like in the way like
In
he
his,
wished. Yeah,
yes,
he
how
like
he wants it to
yeah
be.
how he wants it to be.
Exactly.
And like everybody just carries around samurai swords like it's no big deal.
Exactly.
Like even on the plane. Man, that's so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, instead of a concealed carry license for a gun, I would allow everyone to walk around carrying samurai swords.
Yeah, because then
Actually,
you
I
have a
would.
noble duel.
You really would.
Yeah.
And you know what the person's packing. You're like, okay,
Exactly.
he's got a samurai
and it's
sword.
close quarters. You have to get in pretty close to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't sit on a clock tower chopping people away. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Unless you have Sephiroth's sword. In which case, that 30-foot sword will fucking just kill.
No, but it would make the
We
massacres
cut
more...
through the plane roof. Like, boom.
They would have to lay your sword down across the entire aisle.
They would. I think it was like huge.
Oh my god.
That'd be so awesome.
That would be cool if anyone could wield a sword that large.
I'm pretty sure there's like some like 6-foot giant that can. I'm just saying.
6 foot? That's not a giant. I'm 6 feet.
Are you 6 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Alright, 7 foot.
That's it.
I would have said. I'm pretty sure there's some 9 foot
8
giant. Or something ridiculous.
Jack, try to keep it somewhat
Jack the
realistic.
Giant Slayer.
Well, how
Man, you
tall?
don't believe in giants? You've seen those pictures where they dig up the graves of those giant humans.
So how tall do you think Sephiroth is in the movie? He's got to be like at least 7 foot.
Well, he's probably like 11 feet tall. He's probably a giant.
Cause he's just like I don't know.
I don't know. His sword's not that big though. His sword is like,
It's
I mean, it's
pretty
big. It's like a 6 foot sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes,
like he's
yeah.
probably like 6'5" maybe.
So it's pretty much as tall as he is.
Yeah, I mean it is. Like when you see it holstered, it fucking goes backwards like behind him somewhere.
Into space time.
Yeah.
Man, I that would be so awesome. I really think they should just take away. Like, I would be fine with that. I know most people would probably be like, "Oh, go! I ain't no fucking Jap." I'm like, "Oh, here comes the racism now."
Then carry a bastard sword.
Yeah.
You can be a bastard.
You can carry Excalibur.
Americans carry swords during the Civil War.
Yes.
Yeah, they were gay, but that's fine.
Exactly.
They're gay, but not as sharp as a samurai sword. Not as efficient.
No.
See, we're trying to tell people the right way to do things.
Exactly.
Once again,
Exactly.
I think that'd be a much better way because, like, we were talking about like the whole gun issue thing, and people are like, "Oh, well, like, it's for my protection." I'm like, "Well, you can use anything else besides a gun to protect yourself." And like, really, like, how many people in the last like 10 years have tried to like break into your house and fucking rob you?
Right.
Like, I think people have pretty high morals. Like, they know what's right and wrong. I'm like, but like the thing with like a gun, like besides like any other weapon, like, because like you said, you're at that distance, so like for me to pull a trigger, there's not as big of a psychological effect. Like if I just pulled the trigger and like shot somebody, but if like I'm up close, stabbing a person to death, and the blood's like splattering all over me, and like all of its glory,
you can physically
yeah,
feel the blade, like the vibrations in your hand of the blade, just like
you feel that life being taken.
Yeah.
Then it's like more like psychologically like damaging. Like you
or pleasing,
you realize
depending
what's going
on the person,
huh?
Or pleasing, depending on the person.
But either way, that's going to happen. Like,
Yeah, but see, my point is with the
gun,
with
it's
the
like
sword,
it's just too
if
much
you both
power.
have swords, okay. The point is to get the sword out of their hand. You could literally disarm them with another sword. Just cut that fucking arm right off.
They would knock it out. Just cut the fucking arm
off, dude.
Well, I mean, it would be like honestly, you would level the playing field.
Yeah.
It'd be two equals, and you both got swords, and it'd come down to who's got the better like sword skills.
Yeah.
And see,
that's it, plain and
people
simple.
can't argue because like I know people will be like, why like no like little pussy running around with a fucking sword. I'm like, oh, you are a pussy because you don't want to get. I'm like, anybody could take a bullet to the chest. Not a lot of people are gonna be pleased about fucking losing a limb in like one stroke, one slice.
Or if the guy is really good with his sword, and he fucking carves his little name into your chest, no one wants to walk. Yeah, no one wants to walk around with that because he brands you with like like if I went over to Blake's bitch, like carved it into your skin, you'd live with that for the rest of your life.
Right.
Whereas if I just like shot you, then you get there's like skill to like sword fighting too.
Yeah.
Like if you get like if you get into a duel with like a person that knows how to use a samurai sword, they could cut you like literally in fucking half, like from your goddamn neck all the way down, like through your torso.
Oh, you get you to the top of your head.
Yeah.
Good.
Literally, yeah. Like the sword is designed for that
think
shit.
about like the old westerns, like when there was a duel between guns, you took your little steps, your paces, and then you turned around
And you fired.
and you quick draw and you fired. But see how like boring it is? It's just like, oh, okay, one shot and the person like drops to the ground. We've all been to medieval times. We know how exciting a sword fight is.
Hell yeah.
That's like, I mean, that's a battle. Like that's.
But now when it's a samurai sword fight, that's even more exciting.
Oh yeah, when people are flying in the trees and stuff.
And there's like cherry blossoms and shit like floating down.
We'd have to plant cherry blossoms everywhere. It'd be very expensive.
We'd have to hook up a bunch of wires and stuff for people too, so they can go flying around.
Dude,
oh shit!
Like zip lines everywhere.
Now that would be pretty cool.
But like they should make. They need to design a zip line so it can go up. So you could have somebody going up and one person going down.
Have hydraulics. You grab onto it and have a little rocket and take off.
What if it just had like a mechanical like pulley?
It'd have to be fast as shit. Though.
Yeah, it'd be fast. And like it could support like.
So it'd be like touch sensitive though. Like it would feel your grasp and then it would go.
No, it just keeps going. You need to catch that motherfucker.
Okay, that was too.
You're just like.
you miss it and the dude chops your arm off.
Or you just grab it and rip your arm out. Oh, we're still fine tuning that one. Hold on.
That's the price you pay. That's like see, but then it gets people thinking like, is it really worth it though?
Right.
Is it really worth me like my time and my arm getting ripped out of my socket to kill this other person?
Exactly.
See, there's not that kind of like challenge with the gun. Like I just pull it out and shoot somebody.
Right. It's just mindless.
It is mindless.
Whereas this one, you really have to think about it and weigh the consequences.
It's an intelligent man's.
It is.
Kill.
It's like chess.
It is.
Using a gun is.
And we would still do the duel. You still have to walk your paces.
Yeah.
And then you just run at each other with sabers. Just go. Ah! That would scare the fuck out of people.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, that fucking like soundbar just going on. That would be awesome.
What are we on time?
Hour and 50. And
it's about time to time it.
Probably.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Man.
Readjust here.
I got that bottom like pillow.
Pull up my undies real quick. Alrighty. Well. He's listened to 3 Stuffed Men.
Whoa.
Oh,
Don't confuse them. We're not men, we're guys.
Okay. You listened to 3 Stoofed Guys.
Okay. Got the umlaut.
Huh? You say what?
The umlaut over the U.
What's that?
Okay.
What's an umlaut?
It's the 2 dots.
Yeah.
Because if you say stoofed, that's what it would be. You'd have the umlauts over the U.
Whatever, dude. That's gay. Twitter.com/3stuffguys is where our Twitter is. Facebook.com/3stuffguys is where the Facebook is. You can search on iTunes for 3 Stuff Guys. We're on there, so subscribe, rate it, comment. 3stuffguys.libsyn, libsyn.com is where the show is hosted. And add a little note to this, you can subscribe to the RSS feed. If you don't use iTunes, the RSS feed is on that website.
Who doesn't use iTunes?
I don't know, people don't use it. No, because like that thing that I have like, with the RSS feed, the description is like cleaner looking than iTunes makes it. So, well, I think iTunes does a pretty good job of it. I don't know, whatever. YouTube.com/3stuffguys. We'll also have all the episodes on there, and you can subscribe to us on there and comment and all that crap. Our email is 3stuffedguys@gmail.com. It's the number 3 for all of these. Don't be spelling it out. Be sure to email us, tell us some funny stories, give us suggestions of places to eat at, send in your own reviews of places.
I feel like we're wasting our breath with this. We've never gotten the story emailed to us or anything.
Well, you gotta
keep the option out there.
Yeah.
Well, hurry up, because I need to take a shit.
We need questions. We need shit like that. Just shout outs, whatever. We need activity going on in these emails. And then I want to thank Raphael Challen for the use of our theme song called Get Stuffed off the unreleased album Donuts, Bacon, Cookies, and Bags. He is DJing in the Dallas, North Dallas area. No, he's not. He's just working out and getting gains. He's not doing shit.
Getting them gains.
And then
It's Snap
I don't
City.
even care about the app and the website. Those
Alright.
come out when they come out.
Alright.
Jesus Christ!
Do this.
Alright, well,
Huh?
that's it. Hakuna Matata.